Haha, I lied to our guest. I will be giving him an introduction. So got him.
Nobody knows that you lied.
Uh-huh. He's not here with us, right? I said he was gonna be with us before I introduced us.
I know, but you didn't have to say that you lied. You just done it, and
No, I
nobody
was
would know
talking to
that
him. I was
that you
talking to
just lie
him.
about everything.
No, I don't lie about everything.
But you just told the people that you just lied.
Yeah, I told them I lied, so I didn't lie about not lying. So I'm telling the truth
But you did
about not
lie.
telling the truth. Exactly.
So
I,
nobody can trust anything you can say on this show.
and I'm
Just
the most
lie.
trustworthy person you know.
That's
I tell it like it's I tell it like it is. I'm a straight shooter, man. You and me both know it.
I don't think we know that.
Yeah, we do. All right, everyone. Welcome to Good Friends, Better Rivals. My name is Ferris Muthana, and that's my co-host Caleb. Today we'll be breaking down the traumatic week of the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys famously on Monday Night Football during the Simpsons broadcast. Shout out to Ralph Wiggum with the touchdowns. Shout out to him. Nice little quick out. Got that touchdown. Hey man, did you watch it on the Simpson cast?
No, why would I watch it on the Simpsons cast? I'm trying to
Dude,
watch my team.
why are you are so like there's no joy in your eyes. You know that?
Why wouldn't my team? I had the worst weekend of football, like, for like ever. Like it's just all
Your
my
team
teams lost.
still made the playoffs. Stop
All my
complaining.
teams lost.
You're complaining. Just two of them.
3 of them.
Who's the third one?
UNLV lost.
Oh, that's true. They did
Texas
lose.
lost.
Yeah,
And
they
then
lost
the
too.
Cowboys lose.
Yeah, that's right.
It was a little horrible weekend. So why would I be so joyful coming on this show to talk to your ass?
Because I can commiserate with you.
Well, I guess you're always misery. That's all you do.
No, I'm always miserable, not misery. Come on, use your language.
No,
Come on.
you're the face of misery.
No, now you want to switch it up, right? See, this what happens when people aren't told to take English classes. You messed up that word.
No, I didn't mess up.
Yeah,
You're the face of misery.
Clearly
New
see that
York Giants
you
are
can
misery.
clearly see that you're a
Being a
business
New York
major.
Giants fan is nothing but misery. So I
I
was
don't know,
correct
man.
when I said-
2 years, I was very happy. You know, unlike you.
Why are you very happy?
Because I won 2 Super Bowls.
That was a long ass time ago.
Yeah, I know, but you guys haven't won one since 1994. All right, so zip it.
Okay.
All right, you just 20 years of fake hope. I mean, at least I had no hope. I know what I'm getting into.
Exactly. That's why I said misery.
Right.
So I was correct in what I said.
Your mustache is a bunch of misery. All right, don't talk to me when you get a better mustache, huh? Shut up.
How's that relevant?
I don't know. I'm just insulting you now. We're just insulting each other because we are having horrible seasons. Why do we even do this show? Why are we still even doing the show this season? Why do we do this to ourselves? Why? All right. And you know what? Let's bring some joy on the show. The bundle of joy, the epitome of the sun, is none other than one half of lunch break hot take. It's our other brother in blue. Brodny, how are you, my man?
I'm doing very well, thank you. Your intros are all lies, but I really appreciate them. Nice. I did watch some of the game in the Simpsons cast. Lisa Simpson was burning the Cowboys secondary.
That's what I'm saying.
It was unbelievable. Taking little 5-yard passes up the sideline for scores. It was amazing.
Mm-hmm. Shout to Lisa Simpson. Shout to Ralph Wiggum. You know what I mean? Shout out to my boy. Shout out to the homie Leo in the chat. What's up, guys? You guys make me laugh. See, at least somebody here is happy and laughing, Leo. You know what I mean? Neither one of us is. At least Texas is in the college football playoff, Caleb.
On a lower seed.
I know.
But you didn't get robbed like Miami.
Yeah, Miami got robbed. Even though y'all shouldn't have never been in the first place because y'all had a shitty schedule and you guys never beat any top 10.
I'm sorry. Who did Texas beat?
Nobody. That's what I'm talking. I'm talking about Texas.
But that's what he's talking about.
Yeah. Miami should be.
Well, that's just pulling yourself. You just said Miami.
No, Miami didn't play anybody either. Most teams in college don't play anybody.
No,
and I'll tell you what, them SEC schools ain't playing nobody either because that conference was dog shit this year.
That is true. Losing to 2 6-6 teams. And then crying about not being left out of the playoff. You lost to 2 6-6 teams. You know what I mean? Get out of here, man.
It's a lot more interesting than just voting for it, though. I'll give them that.
People are mad that the conference champions get the first round buys. People are mad about that. Y'all mad about that? Or y'all?
No.
Or one.
It's got to be worth something, right?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
It's like the divisional winner. They get the home playoff.
That's what I'm saying.
Home game in the playoffs.
Yeah. Otherwise, just don't even have them, right?
Yeah, exactly.
No, because here's the thing: they don't get home playoff games. They get neutral site big bowl games, so they don't even get the home playoff
I'm
game.
saying in the NFL, the division winner it's similar to that.
In college, the first round teams get home games.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about the top 4 seeds who get the bye.
But they get a bye.
Yeah,
they have to win one fewer game.
That's true.
To win the championship.
That's true. So he balances it out. I can't wait to watch college football playoffs in Indiana versus Notre Dame, baby. The battle. That's amazing.
I knew you would immediately pick the worst game out of the bunch. Nobody wants to see Indiana and Notre Dame do anything.
I mean, you guys think Penn State gonna do anything?
They're gonna do what Penn State always does.
Choke?
Yeah.
You think SMU gonna beat them?
They'll win the first game.
They're gonna beat SMU. You think they're gonna beat SMU?
They might win the first game, but that don't mean anything. What I want to see is if Ashton Genty sends anybody home.
Yeah, it's either it'll be either SMU or
he sent my UNLV Rebels home. That's
but that's
home.
easy.
Not really. That's not anything.
Hey, speaking of UNLV, because let's be real, man. Do we really want to talk pro football? We'll talk about pro football in a bit. Speaking of UNLV, they lost Barry Odom, but they hired Dan Mullen.
Sorry.
I don't know if that's an upgrade.
Hey, man, he made Stark Vegas lively. Now he's gonna make real Las Vegas lively.
I don't know about that.
Honestly, let's be real here, man. Let's be real, Brodny. Let's be real. UNLV basketball school.
It hasn't been a basketball school.
I think they're an academic school.
20 years,
honestly.
No, we're definitely not an academic school. That is incorrect, sir.
Okay, well, I mean, I was trying to throw you a bone because you ain't a sports school either.
I mean, I graduated from there, so
well, but here's the thing, Caleb. But y'all have never been a football school, so the second closest thing is basketball.
Do you have a really good baseball program, or
no? They're not. They don't have a.
You don't know how to swim, or
no?
Just no.
No.
All right. Well.
I just got NCAA basketball 10. I'll rebuild UNLV. I'm gonna rebuild it, guys.
You ain't rebuilding nothing.
I'm gonna rebuild it.
Listen, maybe I got college hoops 2K8. I'll skip over UNLV on my way to the top. I want.
Damn. I'm bringing it back, man. I'm bringing it back, man. I'm picking up Stacey Augmon, Larry Johnson. Give me that Greg Anthony clone. Shout out to Stacey Augmon. What a great name, Stacey Augmon.
He's gonna grab a bunch of dudes who can't shoot for the 3-point era.
Hey, UNLV running Rebels, baby. We're running. We're playing full court defense and we're running.
You go ahead and do that, and 3 is still bigger than 2.
Well, you know what?
Every single time.
Well, if you guys don't get to the 3 ain't bigger than 2. What if we steal the ball at half court? Boom, baby. Running Rebels. You know how we do.
This is the kind of delusion you want running your program, Caleb?
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does.
All right. I'm gonna go to UNLV. I'm gonna bring you some shooters. Right.
Yes, not actual shooters, because mafia and all that.
How do you get it done, baby?
Yeah, you know it is. Jerry Tarkanian drop 50,000 in the bucket. Give it to some random kid. That's a man of honor, Jerry Tarkanian. By the way, pay that kid whatever he wants. I don't care if he has a 1.5 GPA. All right, get him here. Give him 50 grand. All right, but I digress. Let's talk about our the misery in blue, the New York Giants, Dallas Cowboys, and we'll touch on some Carolina Panthers in a bit, Brodny. I know you guys had a great show.
No misery over here.
That's true. Ain't no misery. You guys are playing tough, but also losing games, so you got a great pick. We're just awful. 3 great games. You guys are gonna get a high pick, yeah.
No, you guys.
Yeah, no, I know, but he knows
that they're gonna screw it up, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, they're gonna beat somebody. I guarantee you, they're gonna beat like Atlanta.
You're gonna grab Shador, and it's gonna be a wild and fun 3 years.
Yes, it will be. Then everyone's gonna find out like, oh, he wasn't that good in the first place. It's like, oh, damn. By the way, Heisman pick. We're going.
Travis
Ashton
Hunter?
Genty.
Yeah, I'm
Travis
going
Hunter.
after Jesse. I think he should win the Heisman. I think
Okay.
he has the best season.
Why he had a better season than the wide receiver of the year and defensive player of the year?
Should he have won
did.
wide receiver of the
absolutely
year?
did.
How?
Because there's a
Because
kid at
he
San Jose
didn't do
State. His
anything
name is.
record breaking. It wasn't the best ever.
Genty didn't do anything record breaking either.
He's about to.
No, he's not.
He's
He
he's
is.
200. He's 200 yards short of Barry's record.
You're not breaking any record when you're playing 18 more games than everybody else did.
He still breaks the record, no matter how many games you do.
Barry Sanders did that in 11 games.
And I don't think there's ever been a defensive player of the year and wide receiver of the year. So that is record breaking.
Well,
some people think he didn't deserve it. Should have went to Nick Nash.
No, those people are wrong.
Did you watch Nick Nash play football?
It's not about just stacking up the numbers. I mean, it's about who's the better player, right? Because if it was just about piling up statistics, then we would have gotten the Heisman wrong every single year for the past, forever.
They tend to get the Heisman wrong a lot sometimes.
No, what I mean is that the Heisman would be exclusively a battle between the quarterbacks at Texas Tech and Hawaii for a couple decades.
That is true.
If it was just about piling up stats.
Graham Harrell should be a Heisman Trophy winner then.
No, he shouldn't. And that's
what? Where's Timmy Chang's Heisman?
Right where it should be in his imagination.
Cole Brennan Heisman?
Don't make me talk bad about Cole Brennan. All right,
gotcha.
I don't want to say anything.
But you know what? Let's talk. But I know something you're going to talk bad about the Dallas Cowboys, man. You watching the Sunday night game? How'd your feelings about it initially? You got Dallas, you got Bengals. Both defenses are both offenses were pretty good. Dallas's offense played I think better than people expected because Cooper Rush had a good game.
No,
did you see that?
He did not have a good game.
It looked like he had a good game.
No, he did not have a good game.
I
He was missing all kinds of passes. He was so inaccurate in this game. What do you mean he had a good game? Because he threw a couple touchdowns. That does not make you have a good game. He was missing all kinds of, just terrible throws that probably should have been picked off. I don't know. His completion percentage was way down. He didn't even throw for 200 yards. How was that a good game? He was awful. Yeah, he's the reason why he's not the sole reason why we lost, because obviously we had the win until we made that stupid ass blunder. But if it was
Rico Dowdle's the reason you guys won.
But he's the reason why we were going to lose. Because he was terrible. Yeah, he was not good at all. We ran the ball well. He should have been way better, especially with the how bad the Cincinnati Bengals defense is. He should have been a lot better than that. And he wasn't. He missed. Guys were just there to be open, and he missed them. He missed throws that were easy to make, and only reason why our offense was productive at all was because Rico Dowdle was running really well. It's third. I think it's third straight game. He's had a good game.
Mm-hmm.
Ran for over 100 yards back-to-back games. It was mostly on Rico Dowdle why this offense went anywhere. And we barely only scored 20 points against this terrible, crappy. Like I said all week, this is a terrible Bengals defense, and we only scored 20 points. So no, there's nothing that he did well. Nothing.
All right, he sucked.
Yes.
Homer Simpson was pretty good though when he got in. He had the touchdown to CeeDee Lamb, and then he had the second touchdown. I forget who
Brandon Cooks. One catch, one touchdown, 3 yards.
Yeah, Homer was lighting it up. You should have left him in.
Yeah, Homer should have stayed in.
And then, but on like you said, our defense was doing pretty well. Not so much in the first half. That's where Joe Burrow did most of his damage. Second half, we contained them until obviously that last drive. And if you want to get into the stupid ass play that ruined the whole game, because we had the win. We had the win right there. We blocked the punt.
I got you. But I want to give an outsider's perspective on the game. Yeah. Someone that had no emotional investment. Brodny, your initial thoughts on that game? What did you see?
I saw two very bad teams who I did not want to see and wondered why they were on primetime. That's all. Like, it wasn't this. I don't agree that block punt lost you the game. Right?
It did lose. We had the win. We won the game. The game was over.
It was 2020, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
So how was the game over if it was 2020?
Because we would have had it right there in field goal position.
Yeah, I mean Dallas ain't never fucked up anything like that before.
What do you mean?
Until it's all zeros on the clock, it's not over.
The game was won.
There's no guarantee that they win that game. I've watched Brandon Aubrey miss a 40-yard field goal. In the same game, he made a 60-yarder. My point is that they didn't win the game.
I think we won the game.
No, you didn't win the game. No, because Caleb. Because if you punt the ball, let's say you punt the ball, you don't block it, but you punt the ball. All right, they punt the ball and you catch it. You're not in field goal range yet.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying we won the game after we blocked the block punt. We won the game. If he doesn't,
because it drops at the 50.
If he doesn't touch the ball, we win that game. The game's over.
That's not how that works.
Yes, it is how it works.
No, it isn't. Do you win? Do you win 2020?
No, we were gonna kick the field goal.
Yeah, everything goes right for Dallas.
Well, at least a field goal most of the time.
You were just saying how terrible Cooper Rush was, and how
he doesn't have to do anything.
You barely scored 20 points. You barely scored 20 points against this terrible defense, but you're guaranteeing here
that all he has to do is hand the ball off.
And we've never seen that go wrong before at all.
Well, I mean, it's rarely going to happen.
I'm just saying it's not a guarantee that you win the game.
What if the defense was keen on run? It was keen on run.
We're going to win the game right there.
The game wasn't over, but
it basically was.
But it wasn't.
It basically
but it's funny that you're arguing this because the stupidity of Cowboys players is exactly why it wasn't over. Right? That's why you didn't have the ball.
Yes.
Those same idiots are going to be the ones you're counting on to score again to win the game.
Yes, but it's still. I mean, there's not a lot to go that's going to go wrong there. It's just not. You're going to hand it off.
Carolina thought that when they handed the ball off to Chuba Hubbard in overtime against Tampa Bay too. How'd that go?
Giants felt the same thing in Germany.
Yeah.
Bad things happen to bad teams because they are bad.
That happens, man.
Cooper Rush turn around, pull a Kyle Bowler, just drop the ball for no reason. I'm just saying anything could have gone wrong at that point. It wasn't a guarantee. Obviously, you feel good about it at that point, but it's not a guarantee you win that game.
Hey, man, you're talking to a Giants fan. Miracle at the Meadowlands. Herm Edwards. You know what I mean?
At what, the 3-yard line, I would have told you it was a guarantee that Leon Lett was going to score until Don Beebe showed up.
He was showing up.
No, it was Don Beebe. It was Beebe. Yeah. It's touchback.
No.
On the snow game.
But that's the thing.
Lost the ball in the snow.
That thing is the most. The Leon Lett play is the most infamous play in Cowboys history that they played.
But that was against a great team, though.
Yeah.
Or I'm not against, but I mean that was a great Cowboys team. This is a terrible Cowboys team.
Mm-hmm. But the fact that you don't know not to touch the ball after seeing that over and over, it plays all the time. Every single Thanksgiving, they want to play it. And you watch that over and over, and you don't know not to touch the ball after a block punt.
It's just like the dropping the ball before you get into the end zone for wide receivers. Like you see it all the time, and you're just like, that won't happen to me.
Well, that's because you're showboating. That's a little different because you're showboating and you're being, whatever. Yeah. This you're just actively just don't know the rules. You just don't know what the hell you're doing.
No, he's saying I'm gonna get the ball and I'm gonna run it in.
I don't think he was trying to run it in. I think he was trying to fall on the ball.
Was he? I don't remember if he was trying to.
Yeah, because he kind of goes on his knees and catches it like this,
like he's about
to fall on the ball, and he
was being responsible, Caleb. He was making sure he was going to catch it.
But that's what I'm saying.
Securing the ball, and then he was going to get up and go. All right.
He doesn't know the rules, not to just go away and not touch the ball.
Yeah. Incredibly unlucky at that point to block the punt and have it go forward still, and then to have some of the least informed people in the
biggest motion switches I had in like a 1 second switch.
I'll tell you.
What's funny too is
more entertaining than the
2 weeks ago. He had a great special teams play when he scored that touchdown against Washington. It was
Was
Juan
that the
Thomas.
thing?
It was
Some-
Juan
some-
Thomas,
some
27.
That wasn't
some
Wanye
people would
Thomas.
tell
Wanye
you-
Thomas didn't play. That was a Rory, yeah, something like that.
Wait,
Or
aren't they?
Rory.
Well, so isn't Juan Thomas 27?
I'm not sure what number, but Wanye Thomas was injured for this game, and it was Rory. Can't say his name right.
Omari or the Penn State safety who used to be a Giant.
Yeah, that's who.
Did they give him Juan Thomas is 27? I swear to God. Oh, I guess I got my.
But some people will
Guess
tell you that wasn't a good play that he made either.
It was just lucky.
Yeah,
I don't agree with those people, but some people will tell you that.
I think it was a great play. He got the ball, he ran it in, touchdown.
Yeah, but
It was a great
a lot of people will tell you he should have gone down and then they could kneel and win the game. Whatever. You're never going to be in that position again. You go score.
Score that. You score that touchdown.
Plus,
man.
you ain't going nowhere anyway. So who cares?
That's a good point. I'm trying. Wanye
It
Thomas.
doesn't. It's not important, Ferris.
I know.
We're live right now.
So I had to know. But yeah, man, Caleb, the game wasn't over. So you can't say it was over, but because it's not over. The game ain't over until it's over.
It was over.
It ain't over till the fat lady singing. I didn't see no fat lady.
She
Right.
was getting ready.
No.
But
Well,
she wasn't singing though.
but she wasn't singing.
She was humming.
No, she wasn't. She wasn't humming.
She was humming.
She was probably doing vocal exercises, but she wasn't singing or humming. All right.
She was
And then
about to
they
She was
told her
at the
to get
podium.
off the stage because they
She was
canceled
at
the
the
show.
podium. She was. She had a
Yeah,
microphone in her hand.
and then they pulled her off the stage with that giant hook. It's like whoop, off the stage. Game's still going. But that's what happens. Bad teams lose. I can't believe
No,
you let
bad teams that have Mike McCarthy as their head coach.
honestly, the Giants are a bad team, and we kept them under 20 points. Why couldn't you keep them under 20 points?
Because we're not good.
Lisa got them Jets.
That's true. Hey, what's going on with T. Higgins, man? What's up with him?
Why? Nothing up with T. Higgins.
He had 2 catches, 23 yards.
It'd be like that sometimes.
That's
T.
true.
Higgins is fine. He's the number 2 receiver on a team with Jamar Chase. He's fine.
That's a valid point.
Well, it depends. Probably DeBron Bland was on him. Diggs was on Chase.
So Diggs is very bad at his job then.
Or Chase is very good at his job.
I mean, Chase is 1,300 yards and 15 touchdowns. It's not like, this wasn't a Trayvon Diggs exclusive here.
Yeah.
He's been tearing up every corner he's seen.
Yeah, where's Darrell Revis? Where's Darrell Revis when you need him?
But my point was that Bland has been, since he's been back, he's only been back a couple of games. That he doesn't look like he's very fully recovered off his injury.
So they're keeping him on receiver 2s as he works back
Yeah,
in.
he's been shutting down his guys. Bland's been shutting down his guys. Obviously he doesn't have the picks that he was getting last year, but as far as just covering in coverage, he's been really good.
All right. Any other news and notes out of this game?
DeMarvion Overshown.
Yes, there it is.
Great standout player all season long.
Towards
He
ACL
would have
again.
been great in his rookie season because we saw it in preseason, but got hurt, and that's in the preseason last year, and then gets hurt again. The same knee, ACL. I told it tears everything. Tears every goddamn ligament in his knee.
ACL, LCL, PCL, and MCL.
Yeah.
All the L's. They're all of them.
That's all the phone.
All of them.
He's not coming back till 2026. So that sucks. That sucks for him.
I'm not saying, I'm not, because Thomas Davis had a good career after he tore his ACL 4 times. Well, Thomas Davis, it was a very special case because he only tore the ACL 4 times, only that one. But most knee injuries, they always take an extra ligament, your PCL, your MCL, or they always do that. Or something happens to your knee, like you shatter your kneecap. That happened to one Missouri kid once. He was this running back that in his freshman year he destroyed his knee. It was like an injury that only occurs in car accidents. And he fought back and he had a great senior season. Then he never did anything after that. I think was it Tyler Batty? I think it was Tyler Batty, maybe. I think.
Well, Tyler Batty went to the NFL.
Yeah, no, okay. It was the kid before Tyler Batty. Then it was like a couple years before Tyler Batty. But yeah, man, it's horrible to see, man, because he's seeing, the way he just dominated it's easy to beat the Giants, but he dominated them by himself. He had great plays. You could see his name. You could definitely see he was kind of like the future Like he played linebacker, safety as the body type. He was like the perfect hybrid thing that they're talking about nowadays. And to see this happen, it's just gut wrenching.
Yeah, I don't know why we have such bad luck with linebackers like this. We have obviously had it with Sean Lee, and then we had it with Leighton Vander Esch and
his neck, yeah,
with Overshown. Just very talented guys that just get hurt a lot. And I don't know why we get
it's pretty common in that position. I mean, Carolina had a similar thing with Dan Morgan and then Luke Kuechly with the concussions, Thomas Davis with the ACLs. It's a brutal position to play.
Yeah, because it's the position where you're kind of, you're kind of still you're like kind of not in a standstill. Like you're in a standstill, then you gotta go 100, and you got and you're going 100. You got to go through walls of people.
Yeah, you're having the massive collisions on every play that the offensive and defensive linemen are having, but they're not really, putting as much stress on all of their joints and ligaments as the guys on the back end. But linebackers are doing that as well. Like they're doing both sides of it, kind of. So they're breaking down their bodies much faster than a lot of other players on the field.
Yeah, because man, a linebacker playing 15 years, 16 years, it's special, because 9 times out of 10 they're done after like 5 to 10. They're done, really, because they're like, come on, man, like I can't move anymore, So it happens. But now let's talk about the other, misery in blue. The G-men of the New York Giants. I watched this game and I went to stab my eyes out.
You didn't do the commentary on it.
No, I didn't. It was my first day here. The setup wasn't ready. I'm doing it next week for the Ravens. To commentate Lamar Jackson is going to be an honor. I'll watch him just rip apart the New York Giants. It's going to be very special to watch. Honestly, man, this game was horrible, man. The Saints sucked. We sucked. Like both teams wanted to lose this game. And just the Giants were just better at losing this game. The defense played a lot better because the defense started a lot of people who are there to prove a point. We have no defensive tackles. Dexter Lawrence is injured. DJ Davis is injured. Raheem Nunez-Roches is injured. So we were playing Jordan Riley, Casey Rogers, and Elijah Chapman, undrafted 7th round, either you're undrafted or 7th round pick. So you're fighting, for your livelihood, and you want to prove to them that, you can keep me on the roster. People are big fans of Elijah Chapman and Jordan Riley. So they're kind of fighting for their spot. So the defense played better because there was a lot of hunger on that defense. Like they shut down Alvin Kamara, but we still lost. We still lost. Because, Drew Lock and all. Shout out to Drew Lock, the tank commander. I appreciate you, Beverly. We lost 14-11. Derek Carr had 219 and a touchdown. Drew Lock had 227 and no touchdowns. He was our leading rusher. Drew Lock is our leading rusher, bro. Like what? Alvin Kamara and Kendre Miller. That's not how you
Kendre.
Yeah, that's not how you spell his name, but all right. Kendre Miller. Dre Miller. They kind of split 17-10. Miller got the touchdown. Kamara had the yards. Jawan Johnson took advantage of our backup linebackers being in there, and he had 4 catches, 50 yards and a touchdown, 12 yards a carry. Same thing with Foster Moreau. He had 2 catches for 20 yards each, 40 yards altogether. And it was just bad football. Just bad football. Like I say to myself all the time, when people talk about the NFL and how it beats everybody in ratings, right? I guarantee you, if the NFL played the same schedule as the NBA or the NFL, it would have the same ratings because no one wants to watch 4 games of this. No one would watch 4 games of Giants Saints. Just not happening. It's not going to happen.
I don't know why people watch 2 games or 1 game of that.
That exactly. I don't understand that. Like imagine having to watch Tennessee, Jacksonville 4 times a year. It's like watching Charlotte versus Washington.
Like I wouldn't watch Jacksonville and Tennessee once either.
Exactly.
Right now.
Exactly.
No,
So,
it was an ugly, boring game.
mhm.
Two very talentless teams, going at it. Neither of them really having much of anything to play for. I mean, the Saints have something to play for. I mean, they're technically still in the division, but that's a long shot, especially after Derek Carr face planted and broke his face and is not going to be playing anymore.
Jake Haener, man.
It was no.
Haener.
It was just it's one of those games that you wish, towards the end of the season that you could just, can we just cancel it? It's okay if the Giants and the Saints finish with 12 games played this year.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have to play out the string. But I don't know. I mean, fairness. Like I just, Dak's coming back, right? They've got Dak, they've got CeeDee Lamb, they've got Diggs, they've got Bland, they've got Micah Parsons, they've got talent in Dallas. And you can say, hey, you know what? I'm looking at you, Mike McCarthy. This is your fault. Maybe they get him out of there and things turn around because they do have a lot of talent there. What are you thinking in New York? Like,
fire everybody.
Yes. Just get rid of everybody.
Joe Shane needs to be fired. And then unfortunately, with him being fired, then that gets rid of Brian Daboll. Because a GM is not going to come in and be like, hey, Brian, I'm going to keep you on. Maybe. But most likely, you're fired as well. So you fired Joe Shane. Because here's the thing. Joe Shane, first year, talked about this plan he was going to have. I have this plan. We're going to tear it down. We're going to build it up. And then he got, reports, shout out to Pat Leonard. People talk smack about him, but he knows this stuff. Reports came out was they had a plan year one. They made the playoffs like we all saw. No one thought that was going to happen. Apparently, that offseason, they got high on their own supply.
Mm-hmm.
And then they gave numbnuts the contract. And then they franchised Saquon. And then he completely scrapped his plan.
Yeah. And that's why I think it's why the idea of a show like Hard Knocks is so fascinating, because getting to see behind the scenes of what they're actually thinking, because there's no way, from where I'm sitting, there's no way you watch Daniel Jones throw 15 touchdowns and dumbass his way into the playoffs and say, you know what, we're on to something. Let's scrap the plan and let's go. We're all in the win right now. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Same thing happened in Baltimore when Lamar Jackson comes in. They're 4-5. They're 4-5 that year. He comes in. They win. Their next 6 games, 6 out of their next 7 games, and they get to the playoffs and they say, hey, you know what? We're further along than we thought. Let's bring these garbage ass receivers back again. Why not? But it works in Baltimore because Lamar Jackson.
Yes,
but you don't have Lamar Jackson.
You don't have Lamar Jackson.
In New York.
Exactly.
So I don't know. I think if I were a Giants fan right now, I don't even know where you look for hope, because
there is no hope, because a lot of Giants fans want him fired. Because not even that you messed up the Daniel Jones thing, where dude, Hard Knocks did him no favors. It made him look dumber. Where the famous phrase he said, why would I pay a quarterback $40 million to hand off to a $12 million running back? How about you don't pay a quarterback $40 million, especially that quarterback?
Well, I maintain that that's not his decision.
See, here's the thing. I understand why you say that, Brodny. But you cannot tell me that John Mara also wanted Saquon back.
Yeah, that's why I was
he also wanted him.
The owner wanted.
He didn't want him. He wanted Saquon back because he knew Saquon was going to Philly, and he said, "Bring him back." You tell me you're tough on negotiation with Saquon, and you fought against John Mara against Saquon, but you let John Mara and Daniel Jones just slap you around in negotiations?
Quarterback and running back are not the same. The quarterback is the face of your franchise. That's the face of his business. I understand. You remember what happened when they took out Eli and put in Geno for a game, even though that was the correct decision, right?
Exactly.
What happened?
Everyone got fired.
Exactly, because that's the quarterback. That's the face of your franchise. Saquon ain't the face of your franchise. As good as he is, he's just a running back. He's gone. He's gone in 3 years anyway. No matter what you do, either he's gone to another team or he's diminished physically from carrying the ball or getting 300 plus touches every year. Like he's not a long term answer for you in any capacity.
Because he'll be
Daniel
29,
Jones,
30. Yeah.
And they love Daniel Jones.
Yeah, I don't
loved,
like,
I guess.
But here's the thing, man. Like, you tell me you learned nothing with Brandon Beane? You learned nothing where Brandon Beane literally said, we're moving on from Tyrod, I don't care. Like, you didn't learn nothing.
You can move on from Tyrod was never your franchise quarterback. That's the difference. Nobody looks at Tyrod and said, man, that's going to be our starting quarterback for the next 7, 8, 9 years. Nobody thought he's a stopgap quarterback, and they had already identified who their franchise quarterback was going to be.
So basically, you're telling me that John Mara's an imbecile.
Yeah, you know that already.
So yeah, I do. So 40 years of watching Daniel Jones and the horrible coaches he hired, Daniel Jones couldn't elevate nobody. For 4 to 5 years, you saw that, and you came out with give that man $40 million. Like, honestly, man,
how long have y'all been watching Mike McCarthy coach that team?
It's been 4 years now.
Yeah, is Jerry bringing him back?
Up in the air, maybe.
Or I'm saying he has brought him back up to this point, right? Like just watching it, and I mean, look, when you're that successful and you're that rich, you kind of see things differently. You think you can will things to be the way you want them to be.
Yeah, that's not happening, man. But here's the thing with Joe Schoen is he hasn't built the roster properly either. His only hit in his drafts, Brodny, his only hit prior to this year's draft, where I think he hit on 3 picks. He had 1 hit.
Don't lie about him now. I know you don't like him, but you don't have to lie. Who's the 1 hit?
It's Micah McFadden.
He's the only good player he's drafted in how long? I don't know how long he's been there.
3 years.
3 years?
Prior to this year. Prior to this draft where he had Malik, Drew Phillips, and Tyler Newbin. I think those are hits.
You just said how the Giants are talentless, so I mean,
yeah, he hasn't hit on 1 pick.
And the reason he's talentless is one thing, because I mean, guys who are 3 years and under aren't really going to lead your team. So he started off with the 2022 draft. You're already wrong. Kayvon Thibodeau is not a bust.
I mean,
but he's not a bust, but he isn't a hit compared to draft position. When you draft someone in the top 5, you expect domination as an edge.
You do not expect domination from day one on anybody you draft. And Kayvon Thibodeau, he came in, he had 4 sacks his rookie year. Then he had 11.5 last year.
Yeah. And then this year he broke his wrist.
Yeah, he's had an injury-riddled season, but he had 11.5 sacks his second year. You cannot call that. You cannot say he's a bust. Okay,
fine. 2 then.
And no. Let's take a look here. Okay. This is all you. I'm not of the opinion that you can give up on Evan Neal yet, because offensive linemen sometimes take a while.
He's a guard.
Maybe so, but I'm just saying, like, in general,
he's a guard.
Offensive linemen they take a while, even if they pan out in that position. So
I'm saying
we'll give him at least another year, but it's admittedly not looking great. But next, I'm going by your words here. You tell me Wan'Dale Robinson is that guy.
Not anymore.
Definitely not that guy.
Not anymore.
But that's what you've been telling me.
Well, sometimes people with new information change your mind.
You've been watching him for 3 years. You've been telling me he's that guy.
Yeah, he had great games, and then now probably the bad QB play. Then
why he's been playing. Bellinger?
They're not playing him anymore. So he was the starting tight end his rookie year. He was the key, and he was great actually. And then he got poked in the eye and had to miss a couple weeks, and the Giants went on that little spell. But then he became tight end 2 with Darren Waller. But then they made him the H-back, and then Darren Waller was like, I'm gonna be a rapper instead. And then they drafted Theo Johnson.
And losing a battle to my ex.
Exactly. And then they drafted Theo Johnson, who you can also say is a hit. So, well, now you have 5 hits, really, because I forgot about Tyrone Tracy Jr. So 5 hits in this year's draft.
This year.
Yeah, 5 hits this year. So then Theo Johnson takes his job. He must have pissed somebody off.
You know what is really funny about this though? I promise you, a couple years from now, you are not going to say there are 5 hits from this draft. You're looking at these guys and you're doing a lot of projection.
Yeah, with them, I am kind of doing a prediction with them 5.
Because my guy, if you hit on 5 players in this draft, you would not have 2 wins.
The Saints did that once, and they had only 4 wins one year.
No, I don't think.
And then the next year, they made the playoffs.
I thought they made the playoffs that year.
No, the Marshawn Lattimore rookie year. No, they didn't make the playoffs right away. No.
Okay. That's still
I don't think they did. I don't remember them. I think they made the following year.
I thought they made it that year.
His rookie year?
I thought so.
Let me check.
But maybe not.
It doesn't matter. We're not talking about them. Forget them. You know what I mean? But then the following draft, no hits.
These guys I'm not really familiar. I mean, Deontay Banks.
No.
Jalen
that was a Wink Martindale one-on-one man pick where they ran man a lot. But guess what? He wasn't very good at running man either. So he didn't work.
So Jalen Hyatt, I never thought was going to really pan out. He was just super fast.
Yeah.
And
Eric Gray.
Javarius is a great name.
I think he's on a practice squad. Jordan Riley finally played last week. Of note, he probably's played, but I don't remember him playing. But he finally, because he started with Elijah Chapman.
Yeah, no, the rookie year for Marshawn Lattimore, they won 11 games. They had 4 straight 10-win seasons after that.
Okay, then see, boom, right there, Marshawn Lattimore. Shout out to him.
Sorry to cut you off there.
No, you're good. Which then, okay, then now, if you talk about it, he has no hits. No hits. Thank you for proving my point.
Listen, you have to give multiple years before you really judge drafts.
Except the 2017 Saints draft.
He's been the GM for 3 years, so you can kind of start to judge his first draft, but it's still early on the rest of these guys, especially on a team that doesn't have a quarterback.
I don't know, man.
I knew after 1 year after the 2023 draft that we screwed up that draft badly.
Look, I mean, there's always going to be the exceptions where you just know, right? Like, but
was that Mozzie? Was that Mozzie?
In general,
Luke Schoolmaker.
Yeah, that was back-to-back Michigan players. Just didn't work out. Yeah, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, B.
Overshown was in that draft.
Well, that was the one guy. That was the one guy we hit on. The rest of them all.
See, man, like, y'all are all.
That was the one guy,
people.
And he didn't even play that season.
You know, that's okay.
All I say is this man was allegedly a college scout and director of college scouting, and I don't know what he was watching in college. I don't know. He drafted 2 offensive linemen his rookie year from UNC. And everyone was like, why the hell are you drafting these 2 dudes? They're just big. And like we say, Brodny, like you and Jose always say, size isn't a skill.
No, but that's where you're okay. So you draft traits, right? And then you have to trust your coaches to develop the guys and put them in position to play well, put them in position to succeed, put them in position to play to their strengths and hide their flaws. He can't do any of that.
Mm-hmm.
He just gives you the player and says, "Hey, have fun," right?
I also think Marcus McCaithen
could be the coaching.
I also think Darian Beavers and Marcus McCaithen, they were behind the 8 ball because they tore their ACLs their rookie year.
I mean, Darian Beavers was like a 7th round pick, right? Like
6, yeah. But he was the guy who started with Ivan Pace Jr. at Cincinnati, and Ivan Pace Jr. and him were both basically undrafted rookies. Basically, Ivan Pace went undrafted, and now look where Ivan Pace Jr. is. I wanted Ivan Pace the following year to replace Darian because I knew about Ivan Pace Jr. because I'm a big fan of Luke Fickell linebackers. Luke Fickell knows how to coach linebackers. You know what I mean? And I was a big fan of Darian, and because Darian was also part of that defense with Sauce and Kobe and Myjai Sanders. He was the man in the middle that conducted that Cincinnati defense.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I should have known that team wasn't very good at linebackers or defensive linemen because Brian Robinson Jr. had over like 270 yards rushing against them, so they couldn't even stop that. And everyone knew that
was Alabama.
with Evan Neal. Fun fact: with Evan Neal as their left tackle.
I mean, like Cincinnati didn't really belong in the field with him so much.
Yeah, Brian Cook was their safety, the safety who starts for Kansas City now. So it was a lot of NFL talent on that draft, but a lot of them didn't pan out. You have 3 starters on that defense: Kobe, Sauce, and Brian. The DBs. Majay Sanders, coach said it. He's too light. Too light in the derriere. That's what he said. He said, he said the Ravens should run at Majay all day, every day. And that's what y'all did every day. And y'all beat them down in that playoff game. Darian Beavers tore his ACL behind the 8 ball. Doesn't have any more speed. Doesn't pan out, unfortunately. But honestly, man, fire them all, man. Start all over. You're giving them 3 years. You messed up by not sticking with your plan, and you didn't do any good. So honestly, get rid of him. Get rid of him. Start all over. Promote Brandon Brown if you want to, because apparently people love Brandon Brown, but Brandon Brown was selected by him. So what's the difference? Was Dan Morgan selected by Scott Fitterer, or was Dan Morgan outside?
And outside in terms of what? I mean, he's a Carolina guy. They brought him back. I mean, he was
Scott. Yeah, I know. Was he a part of Scott Fitterer's staff?
Yeah.
Okay. So they fired Scott and they elevated Dan.
Yeah.
Okay, they could do that with Brandon and see if he's actually any good at his job. He does come from the Howie Roseman tree. Let's see if he.
I mean, I don't know why you're looking at that as an example. Dan Morgan has not proven to be a good GM.
No, exactly. That's what I'm saying, right? Like the GM that hired the assistant GM that everybody wants. Everyone wants them to be fired. So why do y'all think if he can't pick players, you think he can pick assistant GMs?
Well, they're not the same thing, Ferris.
That's a valid point.
Sorry.
But also because I know, and people are also big fans that he's also a Howie Roseman disciple, Brandon Brown. How Howie operates. The man basically holds the NFL hostage every time there's a trade negotiation going down. I'll give you a pack of peanuts and a shoe. And you give me Kevin Byard. You're like, what?
They fleeced the hell out of the Cowboys in that trade, though.
Yeah. Well, which one?
I rather enjoyed that. Jonathan Mingo.
Oh yeah.
Or fourth round pick.
I don't think he's caught a ball yet.
No, he hasn't. He hasn't caught a ball. Speaking of Carolina, let's move on, guys. Yeah, right on cue, Jay. Speaking of it, Carolina, Dallas this week. Will we be getting another almost victory by Carolina by giving the fans good positive hope, but also losing because they won the top pick? Or will Carolina mess around and find out a victory over Dallas? Rodney, what do you think?
Unfortunately, I think they're going to get the win this week. I don't like that. Dallas is in disarray. Carolina is playing well and coming too close week after week to not cash in one of these wins. And I think it's going to be this week. I hope it doesn't hurt them too bad in the standings. I need the Giants to pick it up. I need the Raiders to pick it up. Like, go out there and play with some pride. Get a win or two in these last four weeks. Get Carolina to the top, right? Because Carolina's feeling good about themselves right now. They've got Chuba Hubbard out there. He's playing really well this season. Bryce has turned things around. God forbid they teach Xavier Legette to catch the ball. I mean, next season, sure, but not right now, right? But I think that they're gonna get out of there with a victory. I'm gonna be upset.
Caleb, Dallas.
Yeah, I think we're gonna win. I think we're gonna win because we're better on the road than we are at home. I think the Carolina's rush defense is not very good, and that's one thing that is a positive for the Dallas Cowboys offense is that we can run the ball now. Something we couldn't do all season, but in the last 3 games, Rico Dowdle has run it pretty well. So if we can get that going once again, hopefully our deep obviously we're taking a hit with Overshown gone, but if we can contain their offense and get some pressure on Bryce Young, we can hold them there, and it's not going to be so pretty. It's going to obviously all of our games are kind of ugly, and it's really going to, if we don't screw it up, then we can win. But I mean, that's on the Panthers too. I mean, they screwed up their win. They had the win. They dropped the ball. We screwed up our win.
Who knows?
Yeah,
Carolina screwed up 3 straight wins.
Yeah,
Carolina should be 6 and should have 3 wins, so that'd be 6 and 7.
There you go. Yes,
6 and 7.
They should be looking for a division championship right now.
Yeah. But hey, man, it's just one step. Hey, man, the yellow brick road was built brick by brick.
Yes, it was.
You know what I mean?
All roads, in fact, all the brick roads, just brick by brick.
Exactly. But there it is. Thank you guys for joining us.
You didn't even talk about the Giants game.
Why the hell would I talk about the Giants game?
You gotta talk about Giants Ravens.
No, we don't.
Yeah, we do.
No, we don't. I should have been talking about it yesterday, man. But I'm an imbecile.
We gotta talk about I mean, just how bad it's going to be.
Yeah, I was considering not coming on tonight in protest for what you did to Hendo yesterday, bailing on him.
No, I didn't bail on him.
And then I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna do that to Ferris. I'm not gonna do that to Caleb. I'm gonna be here.
Nah, bro.
And then I show up and I get a notification that goddamn Hendo is going live head to head with us. Like, that ain't right.
That's fine.
Like, he picked his team.
No, that's fine.
Right? Screw Hendo. All right, done with it.
Well, no, I'll say this, man. I was setting up everything, but my laptop was out. I even brought my roadcaster, everything. I forgot. So when I was disassembling my roadcaster, I unplugged.
Roadcaster, boy.
I love that roadcaster. I unplugged my mic hand because I was disassembling it, and I placed it on my dresser, and I was running late, and it was literally on my. I was so mad, bro. And then me forgetting the camera, I was so pissed off because I was running. I'm bad. I need to fix my time management, man. It was just bad. I'm so sorry to Yolanda.
I won't apologize to them.
Okay. I was just apologizing to Yolanda. I wasn't apologizing to the other guy.
Yolanda was part of it. She's live with him right now.
Yeah, but they're doing that, everyday content thing.
Give a good goddamn if they decided to do content every day. You know how many hours there are in a day, Ferris? Why they pick this one?
Because Hendo gets off of work at 4:30.
Okay, first of all, I don't want to put Hendo's business out there, but that's never been an obstacle for him.
Okay. All right. Are you saying they could have gone at 4?
I'm saying he could have put out a video, whatever.
At 7?
Could have put out a video anytime.
That's true. That's a good point. They could have done it at 6 or 8 Eastern. That's a good point. No.
So.
Yeah, 9 Eastern because it would be 6. 9 Eastern.
9. Yeah. Okay.
So anytime. Yeah, that's fine. That's whatever, man. You know what? I'm never gonna accept their invite out of protest. How about that? Do that?
Good.
Yeah, do that. All right.
Goddamn Grinch. He hates Christmas,
He hates of course he hates Christmas. Yo, man, something, you know what? We've gone to the slander our friends part of the show. What's up with him, dog? What's wrong with him?
I don't know. He ruined Christmas for all his kids.
For real?
He doesn't get them many presents anymore. And I'll tell you why. Because one Christmas, he got them gifts and they were playing with the boxes and he got in his feelings and he's been Hendo the Grinch ever since.
Time out. That's a real thing? I thought that was just like a movie thing.
Were you not a child?
Yeah, kids have
I know, but if someone bought me a toy, I'm playing with the toy, not the box that the toy came in.
But if you get a toy, like, okay, I had one of my favorite toys was my Wolverine action figure, right? I love it. I wasn't playing with Wolverine 100% of the time.
But I wasn't playing with no box.
Were you born without the imagination?
Yeah, he doesn't have an imagination.
No, I just think because I grew up in a store and every time I saw a box, I had to break it down and put it, like throw it away. Probably have it.
That would have been fun.
No, it was hard work and it pissed me off. Man, it was kind of like every time I saw a box, I just got irrationally angry.
Hard work.
I did I not? You saying I didn't work hard growing up? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying breaking down boxes isn't hard work. Is what I'm saying.
It is if it's like a shit ton. I mean, a lot. And
then
then you have to find a place to put it, and then the city wants to say you can't have your box anymore out on the street. You got to get rid of it. It's like, bro, it ain't ruining nobody's day.
Let me ask something, Ferris. Because once you brought the city into it, I'm kind of doubting that you were a child anymore. How old were you when this was going on?
He was not a child. He was a child.
Well, no.
You grew up on a farm.
I did grow up on a farm. That's true. But I also
I didn't want to say that, Caleb. But like he's telling his story, but then he's going too far with it. You know?
No. The city came after, but the box it was when I was a kid.
Well, yeah. What's a kid?
12, 14?
No.
Teenager? Okay. Kid. Okay. I guess. Okay. Shout out to my man Hootie. God rest your soul for building that box for us. One day he built it for us. He built it. He was like, yeah, this is where we're going to put all the boxes and I'm going to take them afterwards. And he did that all by himself, man. We didn't even ask him. Man. Because the city didn't help us. The city, I hate complaining, but the city didn't help us.
Unlike
I digress. Shout out to Hootie. A man of the people who actually helped us. The city, all they did was just like be like, we don't, it's your banks is find somewhere to put them. And I was like, I'll find my foot somewhere to put it. But I digress. So the Giants are going to lose. They're going to lose probably by 40. Lamar's probably going to have like 6 touchdowns.
What happened to the Giants as the only team to beat the Ravens? What happened to that? All that talk.
Yeah, well, those Giants weren't 2-11.
This is the Giants.
They had Daniel Jones. Like that's basically.
Yeah, guess what? We don't have Daniel Jones. We have Drew Lock. We have young Deezy.
It's pretty comparable.
Yeah, I guess so. Shout out to young Deezy or Dreezy. Drewzy?
Wow.
Lock Z.
And he's not even starting. I thought Tommy Cutlass.
Tommy Cutlass is starting. So I don't know why.
See, Paisan is starting. See,
why
Paisan.
you gotta be racist all around the globe?
Huh? See, I didn't even know that. You know why? That's how I'm so disinterested on this team. I didn't even know who my starting quarterback was. I don't even think they start Tyrone Tracy Jr. anymore because of his fumble issues.
Yeah, I mean, look, he ain't nothing special.
Yeah, he's only been a running back for 2 years. This being his second year ever. Of course, he ain't that good.
Good for him.
Yeah.
But like, bad teams idolize mediocre players.
Yeah, and I don't want to do that. They suck. All right. Moving on. Where can people find you, Brodny?
I mean, hopefully, like if we want to be aspirational here, pretty soon nowhere. But for right now, you can find me over on Lunch Break Hot Take every Wednesday evening, 7:15 p.m. Eastern Time. Not on Christmas. We're not going to be doing a live show on Christmas for obvious reasons. There'll be a recorded show. We won't be live that night. We do the overtime show following up the live show for patrons. You can find me sometimes over on Sip to Tally Films for the Ravens Roundup with my brother Jose, Coach Evans, Chris Just Joking from the Deep Cover Pod, Hendo, and then also OTR Mike when he feels like it. And you can find me for now on Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Time over on Suge Knight 323 for the Steel Conspiracy, along with obviously Suge and then that other dude who we are not really talking about. We talk about the Ravens, the Steelers, and for some reason also the Panthers. That is about it, I think.
So all the Ravens podcasts, but you're a Panthers fan.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm working on fixing it, man. I'm working on fixing it. I'm going to be off the Steel Conspiracy after this season.
We'll call up Rashad and Dave and be like, "Hey guys, y'all need a third host."
Wow, you think I should just abandon my brother like that?
Oh, that's a good point.
Jesus Christ. We are going to be. Well, I'll say that for later. I'm trying to get out of that Raven space, Caleb.
Good.
It's not a good space to be in.
All right. Caleb, where can people find you, my man?
You can find me here you can find me on this channel doing Better Than the NFL on Wednesdays at 8 o'clock with my co-host D Weezy. All we do is make you guys money on that show. I've been hot this for 6 straight weeks, have all winning weeks. So go tune in if you like making money because that's what we've been doing. And you can find me on at NFLCave22 on Instagram and Twitter/X.
All right, y'all. My name is Ferris Miller. You find me here every Friday, usually 3 o'clock Pacific, but we do special shows with my dog Brodny because we really enjoy his insight at 5. But it's usually 3 o'clock. You can find me on the Rewatchers Council Thursdays, 3 o'clock Pacific, and just a smattering of other shows on our channels. Sometimes I show up on our other football show, which is actually our soccer show, for my American homies, the right homies, by the way, because it's soccer, not football.
Wow.
Yeah, I said it because you guys invented the word soccer, and we're sticking to it.
That's
But on that note, what's up?
I said that's right.
Yeah, damn right, that's right. You know, I don't really use Twitter anymore. I haven't done any Blue Sky yet.
You are a goddamn liar. I saw you retweet something 30 minutes ago.
Yeah, no, I retweeted it, but I don't really do Twitter like that. I just retweet stuff.
Doing Twitter.
I retweeted our show.
Okay.
No, it was something else.
Yeah, I've seen you tweet like stuff.
And I can always tell. I'll scroll through and I'll be like,
I did tweet something
are they
yesterday.
talking about the giant.
Exactly. So you do Twitter.
Right. I do Twitter. I guess so. I do that on occasion.
You know what you do? You do lies, is what you do. All right.
All right. Whoa.
Work on that.
All right. That's just hurtful. That's just hurtful, my guy.
You literally lied to start the show.
I am.
You know who's lying? You're lying to yourself, Caleb. When you keep hiding your hair, just shave it off. All right. That's what you need to do. Just accept the baldness. Loser. All right. But on that
I don't know why
everyone,
you bring up stuff that is so irrelevant. You just have personal attacks.
He gets so personal so fast, doesn't he?
it's not personal if everyone saw it, but now he started wearing hats because he's hiding it. Why are you wearing a hat in Vegas? It's hot.
When you wear hats, you wear hats to keep the sun out of your eyes.
You're indoors.
Okay.
In the dark. Why are you wearing a hat?
It's not dark. It just looks dark.
Whatever. Jay, you're not bald. And I didn't say bald people are losers. I said Caleb should accept the baldness and move on with his life. Because I've been bald. I'm actually balding right now.
So then why attack me then?
Because you're not accepting it. I am. Accept it. All right, but on that note, everyone, thank you guys so much for joining us. Have a wonderful time. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel. We're at 194 subscribers. 6 away from 200, guys. 6 away from 200. So make sure to join us as well. Trust me, we kind of like each other, so we'll be back. All right, fine. Caleb finally admitted it. I hate his guts. He hates mine. It makes for a better show because he's a delusional ass.
I feel like you like Caleb and he doesn't like you.
Uh,
That's how that really came off.
I think it really is. I think I'm a big fan. I think Caleb, deep down, is kind of a nice person, but he hates my guts. But it is what it is.
Make it easy.
I kind of do.